Hello everyone, here is the team of Weijing New and me, Weijing. I'm really glad to share with you our exploration through data on health insurance bills. In today's presentation, what we focus on is not only the numbers, but stories that our data tells about demographic characters and lifestyle choices and so much more. Imagine if we could pinpoint exactly what drives the cost of our medical insurance. Well, that's what our project does. Here you can see 7 columns in the dataset. We conclude 6 affecting factors such as age, gender, BMI, number of children, smoking status, and the residence area. And to show how each of them or the combination of them impacts what you pay for insurance in a more readable way. The data comes from a Kaggle machine learning computation, providing us with a dataset containing over 1,300 samples across different profiles. So, who is going to find this very useful? In our imagination, it's a game changer for 3 groups at least. First up, we've got individuals. You know, everyday folks like you and me who just want to get a handle on our medical bills. Then there are insurance companies and policymakers. With our work on analysis and visualization, they can craft rules and regs that actually work, keeping healthcare fair. We'll dig deeper into this why behind this in the motivation part of our talk. Now we're gonna talk about the interest and importance. It's all about revealing the layers behind what you pay for health insurance, making the data not just visible, but easy to play with and understand. And why does this matter? Because these costs are not just numbers on the page, they are big chunks of family budgets, company strategy, and they shape our economy. We are here to clear up the mystery, helping us not just to see the numbers, but use them to make smarter choices. Next, let's get to the heart of why we are doing this. There is a big gap between what people know and what they need to know about insurance costs. Our project is here to bridge the gap. Specifically, for individuals, our tool helps understand personal factors to plan wiser insurance management and estimate potential expenses through interactive visualizations. For insurance company, it enables optimizing pricing strategies with differentiated rate scheme, supporting risk control and efficiency. For policymakers, we provide insights on regional expense disparities to guide resources allocation and differentiated policies. The last part of description, let's dig into the big question our project tackles. These are the questions driving our search for answers. Through interactive and visualization, we aim to uncover meaningful insights around each of these research questions. The findings can guide better decision making across stakeholders. The next part will be introduced by Wanzheng.
So now I'm going to first introduce the design of our web page with a bit of explanation in the code. Here's the project of our data visualization, the code of the project, where you can mainly find the code under the page directory with the name of app.py. And we mainly used Alza and Streamlit, which were taught during the class for visualization and some of the functionality for the web page. And for the page, we mainly define 4 functions in which each of the function reads from the data and shows some of the functionality and graphs we are going to show you. And besides that, we also added a navigation sidebar where you could choose different pages with different information and different visualization. And this is basically the structure of our code. And now let me walk you through the details of the page. And to open the page, you have to first clone your repo to your local, and then you try to cd the related page into the terminal, and you type Streamlit run app, and you could see the URL of localhost here, or it's open manually. Now let me explain to you the details of our dashboard. First, by opening this, you could have a brief introduction and description of our data set. And then after that, you could filter according to your own criteria to show the details of the web page. For example, here, I choose region only Northeast, and sex only female, smoker yes, and I sort by age in ascending orders, and I show top 25. You can see that it shows according to your criteria. In which could you bring you a brief overview of the overall data set. It is a very simple data set, so it won't be a big problem for you to understand this. And then you go to the navigation bar and you choose the other page. Here in this page, you also have some tools you could filter. And basically these two graphs commonly shows the relationship between the BMI and the charges for the related points, in which you could here drag and create a window, and it highlights the data points on the other graph, in which you see that here, for example, this shows the information of this specific data. He or she is a smoker with a BMI of 34.6 and charges around 40,000. Here was the explanation, in which Neil will explain to you in details later. And the third graph is the insights regarding the region, in which in a second graph is the relationship between age and charges. And the left side is the average charges according to different regions, in which you could, for example, filter the Northwest hot, and you see those highlighted data points. Or maybe you change it to the other one. It's all the same. And then we go to the other page is the relationship between age and charges, along with the relationship between the BMI and its children, in which you can see, for example, distribution of the people with only one children is like this, and its charges and age, or accordingly. And this is basically the design of our dashboard and details. And now Neil will walk you through the explanation of all these graphs and etc.
Into the detail of our finding to unravel deeper insight. First of all, we can see that the age positively correlate with expenses. Healthcare charges are relatively low for younger generation and increase more steeply past a certain age, suggesting a higher medical cost as people grow older. However, we also notice some outlier with relatively low expense at older ages, which could be related to other factors such as health condition and frequency of medical costs. Secondly, our investigation then steered toward the impact of smoking. It's evident that the smoker bear a heavier financial burden, with expense scaling up to triple that of non-smoker. This finding further confirmed that quitting smoking not only benefits physical health but also substantially reduces long-term medical expenditure. Thirdly, exploring regional disparity, we found that average medical expense are not uniform across the board. The Southeast, in particular, incur notably steeper costs. The reason for this could be this region has the highest number of smokers, which indirectly impact the medical expenses. Fourth, impact of smoking status on healthcare costs across different BMI level. We discern that the clear influence of smoking status on healthcare expense. Smokers consistently face more significant costs, which are notably amplified when their BMI exceeds 30. Conversely, when the BMI surpasses 40, we observe a decline in expense for non-smokers, while smokers encounter a fluctuating cost pattern. Next, we like to address some limitation in our data analysis. We identify 4 primary problems, which are limited factor, basic interactivity, small sample size, inadequate geographic visualization. For limited factor, it only considers 7 factors, excluding other potential variables like income level or frequency of medical visit. For the interactivity, our visualization lack advanced interactive capability like link filtering, drill down detail, etc. These could be further optimized and enhanced in the future. For the sample size, it only contains 1,300 rows, which is relatively small. Expanding the sample size would derive more accurate and comprehensive analysis. For the geographic visualization, we met challenges when trying to represent the data on the map by resident area due to the lack of detailed state or city information, making it impossible to directly display with our current data analysis tool. Thank you very much for listening. That will be all.